In the beginning of one of the great cosmic cycles, when the Devas and Asuras once again clashed for supremacy over the three worlds, the heavens trembled. The Devas, children of light, stood as guardians of righteousness. The Asuras, born of pride and ambition, desired control over the cosmos itself. In that great conflict, a new and terrible force emerged, Vritra, a demon whose name would bring fear even to the gods. Vritra was no ordinary being. He was born from a powerful ritual conducted by the Asuras, who invoked the dark energies of creation itself. Empowered by divine boons, Vritra could not be slain by any metal, weapon, or creature born of flesh and blood. His very body glowed with the energy of immortality, and his roar shook the boundaries of heaven. When Vritra rose against the gods, his shadow spread across the heavens. Rivers ceased to flow, mountains crumbled, and the sky grew dim. The thunder of his laughter echoed through the worlds as he conquered Svarga, the celestial realm of Lord Indra, king of the gods. Defeated and humiliated, the Devas fled from their golden city. The balance of creation tilted toward chaos. Homeless and weary, the Devas turned to Lord Brahma, the Creator seated upon his lotus. They bowed and poured out their grief. Lord Brahma, whose gaze penetrated all realms, closed his eyes and sought guidance from the eternal order of Sanatana Dharma. When he opened them, his expression was calm yet grave. He revealed that only one being could offer salvation, the great Sage Dadhichi, the son of Atharva Rishi. Dadhichi was a being of immense spiritual power. He had performed severe penance for thousands of years and had acquired mastery over the sacred mantras and divine sciences. His ashram was a sanctuary of wisdom and peace, where rishis and devas alike came to seek guidance. Within his heart burned the light of realization that the soul is eternal, while the body is but a passing garment. Lord Brahma explained that the only weapon capable of destroying Vritra was to be made from the bones of this sage. His penance had purified his very body into something beyond ordinary matter. Only a weapon born of such sanctity could pierce the invincibility of the demon. The Devas were struck with sorrow and hesitation. How could they ask such a holy being to surrender his life? Yet the fate of the world hung in balance. At last, Lord Indra, burdened by his duty as protector of the heavens, gathered his courage and approached Sage Dadhichi's hermitage. When the Devas arrived, they found Dadhichi deep in meditation beside a calm river. His aura shimmered with serenity. Even the birds seemed to sing in harmony around him. When he opened his eyes, the Devas bowed before him and told him of their plight. They spoke of Vritra's cruelty, of the suffering of the worlds, and of the prophecy revealed by Lord Brahma. Sage Dadhichi listened in silence. His gaze was tranquil, but his heart already knew the answer. The body, he said, was never meant for attachment. It was a tool for realizing the eternal truth. If the use of this body could serve the greater good, then it was a blessing to give it away. He reminded the gods that sacrifice is the highest form of spiritual offering, the act of giving without expectation, purely for the sake of Dharma. But before fulfilling his destiny, Dadhichi wished to take one final journey into meditation. He sat beneath a great fig tree, crossed his legs, and entered a deep trance. His consciousness expanded beyond his body, merging with the infinite ocean of Brahman. In that stillness, he invoked Lord Shiva, the destroyer and liberator, seeking permission to relinquish his mortal form. As his spirit ascended, the entire forest glowed with divine light. The air filled with the fragrance of sandalwood and blooming lotus. Even the gods who stood by felt their hearts tremble with reverence and sorrow. With a serene smile, Dadhichi's body gradually turned still. His soul had departed, merging with the divine source. The Devas wept, not with grief alone, but with awe. They realized they had witnessed the highest form of devotion. the surrender of self for the preservation of truth. With utmost care and reverence, they gathered his remains and carried them to the celestial architect, Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma, guided by Lord Brahma's wisdom, began his sacred work. From the pure bones of Sage Dadhichi, he forged a weapon unlike any other, the Vajra, radiant as lightning, indestructible as truth itself. Its brilliance shone across the heavens, symbolizing the union of divine will and mortal sacrifice. When Lord Indra held the Vajra in his hand, he felt the power of Dharma surging within him. This was not merely a weapon of war. It was the embodiment of righteousness, forged from purity and sacrifice. With renewed courage, Indra rode his celestial elephant, Airavata, to face Vritra once more. The battle that followed was fierce and thunderous. Vritra's laughter rolled like storms as he unleashed waves of dark energy. Indra invoked the power of the Vajra, calling upon the spirit of Dadhichi. Lightning blazed across the sky as the Vajra flew from his hand, piercing through Vritra's chest. With a cry that echoed through the realms, the demon fell, and his body dissolved into ash. The heavens rejoiced. Rivers began to flow again, and the earth breathed once more. But when the Devas celebrated, Indra felt a strange silence within his heart. He realized that though he had struck the final blow, it was the sage's sacrifice that had truly restored the cosmic balance. He bowed his head in humility and declared that no glory belonged to him but to Sage Dadhichi. From that day onward, the Vajra became not just a symbol of divine might, but of selflessness and purity. The name of Sage Dadhichi was spoken in reverence across the worlds. Temples and shrines were built in his honor, and the tale of his sacrifice became a lesson for gods and men alike. That true power lies not in conquest, but in the willingness to give all for the sake of others. It is said that whenever lightning flashes across the sky, it is the light of the Vajra reminding creation of Dadhichi's eternal gift. The sage's bones became thunder, his spirit became eternal truth, and his name became a hymn that echoed in the hearts of all who seek the path of Dharma. Thus ended the tale of Sage Dadhichi, whose sacrifice illuminated the universe with the light of selflessness. He proved that one act of pure devotion can change the fate of gods and men alike, that even the mightiest weapon in the cosmos must be born from compassion, not anger. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mythology Medley. Click the bell icon for more such amazing mythological content.